I'm mad scared. All right, cool. Ain't no crazy shit. Ain't no fucking crazy shit, bro. Hold on. Cool. Ain't no crazy shit. Ain't no fucking crazy shit. What's up, everybody? Um, Not everybody, no one, but um, it's been a long week. Uh, but boy, I think this is probably like the best week I've had so far in 2025 as far as like movies, like easily, hands down. Saw some really great movies this week. Um, all types of movies, different countries, all types of shit, man. And let me see. My memory is a goddamn it's a fish. Oh, what I'm doing. Okay, so I want to talk about. I went to go see 5 movies this week. Wow, I really went to the movies every day this week. It's a good week. Um, I'm gonna start. I'm going to just start from in order. What I saw on Monday, Tuesday. I actually saw the same movie twice because I just wanted to get like basically more of a there's more of a feel to it because the movie is basically so um wasn't a lot going on, but it was just like it was a very I don't know if it's a word, but symbol heavy movie. And I probably missed a lot of things. So I just wanted to watch it again to see if anything that I missed or whatever. So the first movie I went to go see, which was on Monday, was this Opus. Um, it's a movie directed by Mark Anthony Green from A24. I gotta see this one. He did Trapeze. I gotta see this. I didn't see this. Wow. Um, Opus was basically a film about this huge like 80s 70s singer, kind of like a Davy Bowie esque or like a Prince esque um singer, and that basically disappeared for 30 years and is now coming out with this album and wants a few musical critics um to come to his, I guess, like it's more like a village. It's not even like it's like it's more like a village, like his village estate, like his estate that he has in the middle of fucking nowhere, and to hear the music. And when they get there, it's a little bit strange. Like the like the people there are kind of like they're kind of like more than just fanned out. It's kind of like a cult, you know. I don't want to give too much away because it just came out, so I don't want to. But it's played by the. Oh, this is a word. Oh, let me see pronunciation because I don't want to. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see how they say it.
You are looking at Julian's pronunciation guide, where we look at how to pronounce better some of the most mispronounced words in the world, like name pronunciation, American comedian and writer, actress, voice actress too. For more celebrity
Just say the
names, make sure to
fucking.
stay
Just pronounce
tuned.
it, bro.
Ayo Adebari.
Io
Let's break.
Adebri. Okay, so it's played by her, Io Adebri, and she's basically the rookie. She's basically like the rookie journalist that goes with that's basically coming along with Stan, played by Murray Bartlett. I've never seen him in any movie ever. So, hold on. Do not Falcon help you? It's offline. All right, no problem. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, people. I'll talk about that shit later. Oh, sorry about that, people. Let's see. All right. So where was I? Okay. So this guy right here. So Ayo Adebri, she's playing Ariel Ecton, and she's basically like a rookie journalist that's like under Stan, who's like the big time journalist. And they basically along with Clara Armstrong, who is I think a she's like a model. I think she's like an old school 80s model. And Emily, who's like a I think she's a influencer. And who else? Somebody else's what the hell? Let me see. Uh bro, what is going on? Soldad Youssef? No. It's it's supposed to be four people. It's supposed to be five people. Her, her, I mean him, her, and one more person. Well, the other person's name, I think Billy. I think his name was Billy. I don't know why he's not here, but he was. Well, he wasn't really in the movie that much. So, so five people go into this, famous musician's estate, and they're supposed to be there to listen to music. Now, I don't know why. Well, you find out in the movie why he picked those five people. And things get really tricky. You know what I'm saying? Some people go missing. At the kind of like almost to the end, you kind of find out what's really going on. Why is he doing all of this? And he and the second like main character, because there's two. There's her and then there's him. Now, John Malkovich, which is he's a legend. He's a legend. I think the first movie I've ever saw John Malkovich is Con Air. Um, he plays a he plays Alfred Moretti, who is like the famous singer that I'm talking about. And boy, let me tell you something, bro. Like John Malkovich is like perfect for this role. Um, uh, I mean, I think it's scary to the fact that he got down like down packed like a like a insane fucking cultist. Like it was insane. Um and yeah, I really enjoyed his performance. Like he killed it. Ayo Adabri, Ayo Adabri, she reminds me of like Donald Glover. Like I feel like her and Donald Glover is kind of like um as far as like acting, like she reminds me of him. Like they have like similar actor and actress like mannerisms. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but like she remind me of like a woman Donald Glover. Um Again, I haven't seen her before. I did not know she was in the Spider-Man movie, but she did pretty good. I think there was some moments where she kind of was like a little like overacted a little bit, but I think for the most part she did a pretty good job. Let me see my levels. Okay, she did a pretty good job. So um, as far as like the plot of this movie, because again I don't want to give it away. I kind of did a little bit too much with like talking about John Malkovich. Um, but as far as like this movie, as far as how like this movie goes, I think in the beginning, I was really for this movie. I thought the beginning was like really flawless to me. You know, I love how they introduce Moretti. I love how they introduce his music. His music is pretty good actually. It was you know, and I think setting up for like this big reveal was like the was basically like the like really good. I think what happened with this movie for me was that like the meat and potatoes of this movie. I feel like a movie like this needs to be a little bit longer so you can flesh out the premise a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And um uh it kind of especially like the like again especially like the beginning of the end like it kind of like it didn't make any sense to me. When you find out what happens and she gets she gets put in a situation where she has to um get out a situation. I'm wondering like how is this going to happen? And I feel like they kind of like I felt like the answer to that kind of ate shit in a sense. Like it was just like oh it was just like a letdown. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like disappointing to me. Um uh because it was like I was very intrigued of like what's gonna happen next. You know what I'm saying? And then when that happened, it just I think it just like kind of like fell out. You know what I'm saying? Like I like a movie like this is not for the big screen. You know what I'm saying? A movie like this is kind of like for me is like I'd rather see this on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't pay $18 to see this movie, and it's not because of it's not because it's a bad movie. It's just like again like the it wasn't fleshed out right. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like sorry about that. It wasn't I'm it wasn't I don't know how to say it. Like it wasn't damn like it wasn't enough meat and potatoes basically. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like for me to be like, oh, okay, like this is like and once that happens and everything is okay, it kind of goes into this realm of uh this is all a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? This is all and it's like, well, is the guy insane or like he's just like this evil genius? And he's not an evil genius because he got caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like he's thing, but or are we like playing into his insanity? I didn't know. I didn't really understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to not say so much, but I didn't really get the ending too well. You know what I'm saying? But I do recommend people see this movie. The casting is like perfect. Um Again, there's certain things that happen that's kind of just like weird, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it was a good movie. Like you see, 40%, 5 point. I wouldn't say it's like completely shit. I would give it like a 60%. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold up, hold up. Okay. Sorry about that. Um. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't give it. I wouldn't necessarily give it 40%. I think that's a little bit too much. I give what IMDb gave it, like a 5.9 to 6. I think 60% of the movie was really good. You know, I think it was decent shots, um decent shots, really good casting, really good acting. I think some of the most of the direction that the director went with was like really good. Most of the scenes that he went with was really good. Um, I mean, it's the niggas first, like, let me see. Is this was this like a short film? Or is this a short? What? What is it? Best shot on film award? It's a short. So it's the nigga's first feature film. Like Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? Like, give the man a break. Like, but I think for his first film, he did a pretty good fucking job. You know what I'm saying? He did better than a lot of people that's coming out right now. You know, so oh, that is him. Oh, okay. We need to abolish wildfire on airplanes. Um, yeah, this was an okay movie. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Um, and damn, 2.9 out of 5 in Letterboxd. Well, I mean, that's like pretty average, right? Let me see. 2.9 divided by 5. Yeah, 58%. I think that's fair. I think that's fair, you know? Um Everybody else, you already know Juliette Lewis. She's like extremely famous. She's this is my favorite movie, Cape Fear. And I hate it from dusk to dawn. I didn't know she was in Ma. Let me see if films that I know her from. Uh oh, she was in Starsky and Hutch. Yep. Starsky and Hutch. Uh, yeah, I don't know anybody. I don't know anything else. Yeah, she's in a bunch of like White Hood movies. Um, let me see. Her, I don't know, man. I don't know. I was gonna say that. I don't know. I don't know. She's okay. She didn't really have much of a role in here, but her scenes is like insane. Like what happens is crazy. Rosie O'Dawson's in this movie? I had no idea. Oh yeah, they're like they had like little cameos and stuff like that. Cause Lenny Kravitz was in here too. But yeah, John Malkovich, he takes the throne as far as like acting in this movie. Um, they probably spend a lot of money just getting him alone. He does a really excellent job. I really like his character too. I think I think he really scary um showed us that he could be a co-leader one day if he wanted to. Like, the nigga could be a co-leader anytime he wants. Like, so kudos to John Malkovich. I'm glad he's still like his acting is still top tier. Uh and he definitely showed that in this movie. But yeah, Opus was good. I definitely recommend people to go see Opus and give your perspective. Um Again, bro, like the first movie, you know what I'm saying? Um Hopefully he gets a crack at it again. And he's able to do more because I don't think people we should like totally criticize someone for their first movie. Um, and I think again he did a hell of a job for his first movie. Hell of a job. So congrats to your first feature, Mark Anthony Green. Uh, hope I get to see more. Um, the next movie I went to go see is Black Bag. Um, Black Bag. Oh my god, I think. This movie. Oh, let me see if this movie right here, son. Oh God, I think this movie. Okay, Black Bag. Um, I thought this movie was good. Uh, I give the premise. So the plot of the movie is about these group of people working for I guess a agency, like a federal agency. And um basically the movie is kind of like a plot twist. It's like a huge plot twist in the movie where um this guy right here, everybody knows Michael Fassbender, whatever his name is. This guy right here is let me see what they work for. Okay, so they work for it. So all of them, all of these guys right here, her, him, her, him, him, him. They work for an intelligence agency in Britain, I believe. I believe it's Britain. I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay, they work for an intelligence agency for the United Kingdom. I'm sorry. And these two people are married. They're married to each other. And basically, um, the wife is suspected by the group, by these five individuals, are suspected that she's basically working with Russian intelligence, the ops basically, and they're trying to basically figure out what's going on. So um, that's all I can really say, is because after that it's just basically like them putting the pieces together. It's kind of like a uh uh Sherlock Holmes type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Very extremely old concept. Me personally, I don't really like movies like that. I think movies like that that relies on extreme heavy dialogue is just not for me. Like I just I can't get with it. You know what I'm saying? Or not all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do like movies like that. Sometimes I don't. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's been something interesting, then yeah. But movies like this, um, which I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know what I was going to see. I was like completely like this thing. I thought for what it was a really good movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely like high tier because um everybody in this movie acted their asses off except for him. I listen, bro. You know, I think he was like the the weakest out the bunch, and her. She's not a good actor. I saw her in that Amy Winehouse movie. Um, no. Nah, nah, buddy. Yeah, those two are the weakest links. Everybody know Pierce Brosnan. He's like a legend. He had a particularly smaller role, but you know he did pretty good. He was kind of like the I guess the head person or something like that, bro. It was something like that. This movie, you know what I'm saying? This movie was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you into stuff like that, if you into like you know, Sherlock Holmes type shit, you know what I'm saying? When you're trying to solve a mystery or trying to solve a whatever, then I think you enjoy this movie. But it was nothing special about this movie. This movie wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think in some scenes it was like very pretentious, especially when her and him go at it, because I think they're sleeping with each other or whatever. Like it was okay, you know what I'm saying? And I think their relationship is very pretentious, you know. Um, so me personally, I wasn't really blown away. Like it wasn't something like I was like, you know. Hold on. Yeah, I wasn't really blown away by this movie. I like him. I like Michael Fassbender. I think I do understand. Oh, what floor you going to? What floor? Alright. Alright. Fuck out of here. Yeah, yeah, if you like movies like this, I guess, you know, Britain, you know, UK, whatever, they like movies like this. Like they like bullshit. So yeah, yeah, I for me again, this is like a 5 out of 10. Let me see the director. He directed Steven Soderbergh. He directed Ocean's 13. Okay, I see. Okay, now I understand. Okay, Magic Mike's Last Dance. Oh, Magic Mike. Okay, Ocean 11. Okay, a lot of people like Solaris. I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it before. Um, wow, Sex Lies and Videotape. Yeah, so he made some good movies. He basically made an Ocean 11, but a different. He made a different version of Ocean 11 to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel like he made. Um, I mean, he worked with some serious actors, though. I'll tell you that much. This guy right here, John Cheadle. Yeah, this movie's alright. Um, yeah, I have nothing else to say about that movie. That movie's okay, but it was the most boring movie out of the bunch. Um, I went to go see October 8th. This was another. This was a really good documentary. If you don't know, October 8th is a documentary about um just it was about the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine and what happened with um basically like what happened in America when it comes to um some of the protests that was going on after October 7th happened between when basically Hamas and basically crossed the Gaza Strip to kill Israelis and also kill innocent people at a I think it was like a concert or something where they kidnapped, killed, murder, and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just basically just talking about those times and I don't want to get political because that's not really my cup of tea. But I thought this was like a well balanced documentary, just describing um what went on. You know what I'm saying, especially in America, just describing some of these things. Again, the stuff that's being um claimed in this movie, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? However, if it is, it's definitely a problem. Um, I think some of the harsh um events that went on into the college campuses was a tad bit too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Like my taste, like this is not we're not in, you know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be America. You probably have the right to believe whatever you want to believe. The freedom of religion, freedom of, you know what I'm saying? It's the freedom of choice. If this person is able to support Hamas and support, then Israel is able to support his or her country in his or her beliefs. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're in America. We're not in fucking Iran. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't we're not in these, countries that are solely based on um putting everything under the Quran. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want to do that, Even I'm a Muslim. I believe in Allah. I believe in but I believe the freedom to choose if I want to believe in Allah or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. I don't want to be forced to believe in a religion. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think people should go see October 8th. I think it was a good um documentary, I think it was a good documentary. And hopefully I get to see a documentary about um the side of the Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I get to see a documentary about that. But I really enjoyed this documentary. I thought it was pretty good. Um about um I think the next okay. Now these next two are for me are the best. Like it was to the point where I didn't know which to choose for the I didn't know what to choose with for the movie of the week, which I didn't do yesterday. I was supposed to do yesterday, but I didn't get to choose. So the first one I need to talk about is this one. Listen, this right here. I love this film. Um, I love the fact that everyone's just new, bro. Like I don't know these people. I love that. So the film, I think I saw this. Oh my god, I did see this. I saw this movie. Oh, I saw this movie. I don't remember it though, sadly, but I saw it. I know I saw this movie. So, um, on Becoming a Guinea Fowl is directed by. Oh, I gotta do the thing. I don't want to butcher her name. Pronunciation. Okay. I don't want to. I don't want to pronounce her name bad. What can you pronounce her name?
Hi, my name is Rungano Nyoni.
Regano Neone. Okay, so her name is Regano Neone, and she is the director for On Becoming a Guinea Fowl. Um, before I get into that, oh no, you know what? I'm not. I'm actually do the way that the movie kind of portrays. So this movie is basically about this woman right here. Let me see her name. Her name is damn. Yeah, this is like extremely new people. Like, like you know. Let me see. So the movie stars Susan Chardy, which is this woman right here. This is Susan Chardy, and she plays what's her name? She plays Sheila, right? She plays Shula, and Shula is basically driving. Hold on, oh let me see. Okay, I thought I was just talking out my ass. Shula basically is driving, and while she's driving, she sees her father. No, not her father. I'm stupid. She sees her uncle laying dead on the road. So as she's driving, she sees someone on the road. She kind of stops, right? And when she stops, you see like this. The cinematography is like amazing. Like it's such a. It just gives you um uh like this sense of unurgency. You know what I'm saying? In some stances, like it gives you like this sense of like you're kind of looking at a uh what would we call it? You're kind of looking at like the shot. Some of the shots kind of resembles like what going on in her mind. Like she's kind of like especially that shot when she's driving and she stops all of a sudden, and then you look out and you see her uncle laying dead on the road. Like it's kind of like she was like in shock. She was like, "Whoa," like you know what I'm saying? Like what's going on? So she finds her uncle dead. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get charger for this. Hold on, let's get the charger for it. I'm so excited for this movie. I really love this movie. So so you're watching the movie and she finds her dead uncle laying on the thing. Now she calls her father, and her father tells her to her father told him that she's like he's on her way. You know what I'm saying? And yet, and the funny part is that he never comes. Like he never comes to where she's at. Um, I think she gets her sister. I think she gets her sister. No, not her sister, her cousin. And her cousin is Nancy. That's her cousin named Nancy. And she's played by Elizabeth Chisella. But yo, bro, I'm telling you, that woman looks just like one of my sisters, bro. I like it's like when I saw her, I was like, she looks exactly like my sister. It was scary. But anyway, um, her name is that's not Nancy. I'm an idiot. Nessa. I think her name is Nessa. And uh she is the second person that you see in the film. And she's like drunk. She's like extremely drunk. Um, and to be honest with you, she's mostly drunk in the movie, which is like, it's a bit odd. You know what I'm saying? Like she clearly has a drinking problem. So when they find her uncle, um they wait until the morning. They stay there for the whole entire morning. And Shella throughout the movie is a bit, she's like, how can I say this? She's she's kind of out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not really moaning. I mean, God, she's not really mourning. Mourning. She's kind of like whatever. like, like this nigga's dead. Okay. Like it's not really like a like she's like in shock or she's like emotional about it. And it's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. We find out through through stories and through this different perspective that her uncle was a molester. Her uncle was a molester. And he molested most of the family, women in the family. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the women. Um, uh, what's so great about this movie for me is the tie up between a guinea fowl and what she has been through her life. I thought it was very brilliant for her uh to call the movie that, because a guinea fowl, and they explain it in the movie, a guinea fowl is this bird that when it notices dangers, it lets out a cry, it lets out a shout. you know and um and for most of her life, she wasn't that. She wasn't that. Nobody in the family was that. There's a huge problem in some of these um countries where men are treated as kings. You know what I'm saying? To the point where they can get away with almost anything and don't really need to suffer any type of consequences for it. Um, uh, Including her uncle. It was one moment that was very, very chilling. Where um he's her father's in like this club where he's dancing. Like he's in this club. Like even when she called him in the beginning of the movie, he was in this club. And he's in his club dancing, I guess. I don't know if he's dancing or I don't know. I don't know what the hell he's doing, to be honest with you. And they're having this talk, and Shella is talking to her father about what the family is doing to the wife. what the family's doing to the wife because he was married. Now, um, the uncle was then married to this basically like little girl. Like the family kind of sold her into marriage basically because he was very rich. So they sold her into marriage at 12 years old, and and for the past 7 years they've been husband and wife. He's been having kids with her, like to the like kids at like she was having kids at 11 years old, and it's a very s- it's a very very touching movie. You know what I'm saying? Like it the whole premise of the movie was like it was it was very sad, and so ironically naming the movie something that she wasn't able to really get in her life, and now she's no and now at the end of the movie she kind of like comes forward and actually like um uh she actually does like the call for um to talk about predators that's lurking, you know what I'm saying, like predators of her uncle. Her uncle was a predator, and the movie ends of her like doing the call that a guinea fowl would do. I think it's called guinea fowl. I could be butcher the name, but um yeah, I thought the movie was brilliant. I really loved the movie. Uh Nessa, um her life uh of her cousin is so tragic, you know what I'm saying? Because all she knows is the R word, you know what I'm saying? All she knows is um men taking advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all she knows in her life. She doesn't know anything else. And it's just chilling. She's telling the story, and she's laughing about her own trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how much far removed she's from it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's laughing about her own trauma. As a Sheila, she's kind of like numb, in a sense, and and it's such a for for them to be so far away. It's such a relatable story to like black women in America. You know what I'm saying? Black women all over. You know what I'm saying? It's such a relatable story. Um even to men, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who go through a lot of molestation in their family. You know what I'm saying? They have like a pedophile in the family. They have like a creep in the family. Uncle is always an uncle. For the most part, it's always an uncle. And it's extremely, again, extremely relatable movie. I suggest everybody go watch that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll pay $30. I'll double. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay double for this movie. I think this movie is like really, really good. And I think everybody did an incredible job. Even like it's just like this moment. I love this. Like I didn't. I mean, it was a terrible moment. It was like most like gaslighting. It was a moment where because they felt like the aunties of the family never did anything to protect them, and so you have these four women that Nancy and Sheila is talking within each other, and they're talking about their little cousin who also got molested by their uncle, and you know she didn't know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? She didn't know how to say anything. She didn't want to say anything. She didn't want to ruin anything, because if she do say something, she might get outcasted because the uncle was extremely rich. So like they kind of knock that out of the side and put his riches over people's traumas. You know what I'm saying? Which is like extremely normal. Ironically, is like very normal in situations like that. You know what I'm saying? So um they Sheila and Nessa, they're talking, and the auntie's coming to the little, I don't know if it's like a little like stash away for like stuff and stuff like that, like for like clothes or whatever. But they come in and they're telling them, well, do you think we would do we would do everything to protect you? You know what I'm saying? We love you. And it's kind of like a moment where, you know, they're looking at them as like, you know, we went through this as well. You know what I'm saying? And it's a very touching moment, you know what I'm saying? Because you kind of realize like, you know, this is like this is normal to them. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about it and finding out that, because they know, you know what I'm saying? They know who his uncle was. But again, they put tradition and and money over their own kids. You know what I'm saying? Like their own nieces. And it's just a sad universe. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a sad reality. Like that's what this movie is about, a sad reality, and how the director connected everything together was just like, again, was just perfect. I just thought it was perfect. And the fact that she finally like, okay, I don't want this to happen to any, like, this is done. You know what I'm saying? Like this is over with. Uncle is dead, fresh start. Listen, I don't want this to happening. I don't want this happening. You know what I'm saying? This has to break, you know? And I think it's even sadder how they treated the uncle's wife, and the fact that she's just a child, and some of the aunties like are very gone to the point where, you know, they blame the death of their uncle onto the wife because she wasn't taking care of him right. She wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a sad, it's such a sad existence, bro. Like you're watching this, like you're kind of just watching like you kind of just watching like a tragedy just like take place. You know what I'm saying? Like you're watching, it's kind of like Kills of the Flower Moon in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like you're watching this like in real time, like just all of these things happening, and it's real. Like this is real. This really happens. This a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like this really happens. And it's sad, man. But yeah, this movie is like, I give this movie 100. Like 100 rides avail. I co-sign that definitely. I think everybody who's watching this live, well, not everybody watching live, no one's watching live, but in the future, if you see this, like definitely, if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch this movie. It's called On Becoming a Guinea Fowl, and yeah, this movie was excellent. Okay, so for my last movie is Magazine Dreams. I went to go see this movie yesterday, and let me see, let me see, we've been rocking for not too long. Oh, an hour. It's only been an hour. 8%. Oh, that's why, cause it's on 60. I wonder how that's working, like for my computer. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Um. Okay. So I went to go see this movie, Magazine Dreams by Jonathan Majors. this was an interesting movie, like in and out, like throughout the entire movie. This like the 2 hours and 4 minutes that I've seen in the movie was like probably some of the best. Let's just say this, right? I feel like this movie, I feel like this movie was necessary. It was like necessary to come out. Like this is like the first time I ever seen like a movie like this. To be honest with you, like a movie about a bodybuilder, and it was extremely, it was extremely. The only thing I can say is extremely interesting. Like the director is Elijah Bynum. I didn't see the Deliverance. I don't think I saw this movie. Yeah, I didn't see this movie. I mean, it got a 34%, but so this is like his third. What is his third movie? Yeah, it's like his third movie he ever made. He worked with Timothy Chalamet. Wow, that's crazy. This is his third movie. Um, sir, for your third movie to be this is like legendary. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like for this to be your third movie that you put out ever is like is like perfect. Like this is like is this movie deserve all its praise. Um Magazine Dreams is like I said is about a inspiring bodybuilder uh dude who is basically like what do you call him, parasocial? I think you would call him parasocial. Yep, parasocial. Exactly. That's exactly how you describe him. Very a parasocial person. Like, he's in love with this idea of becoming a in front of like a magazine, a bodybuilding magazine, and he basically wants to be a star. He wants to be a star bodybuilder. He looks up to one of his copy. Sorry about that. Um, he wants to be Brad Vanderhorn, who's played by Mike Ohorn. He's like the I don't know. I think he's a bodybuilder. God damn. Uh pause. uh so he wants to be basically him. Um he's like this Mike Ohorn. I didn't know I knew he was a bodybuilder because look at his physique. But I like the thing is I thought uh I just saw him as the memes and the memes, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't know he was a like an actual like I mean, look at him. He's definitely a bodybuilder. But yeah, he basically like inspired to be like this guy, Mike Vanderhorn. So throughout the movie, we kind of see him like his character is if I can describe him, his character is kind of like the character in Taxi Driver in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Um extremely extremely uh extremely wow, what do I say? I bet you a mental case. I just say that he's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's a mental case. He's very he's very antisocial. He doesn't go out much. The man watches porn. He doesn't jerk off. He watches porn while drinking milk in the film. It's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the man is nuts. I've never seen that in my life. I've never did anything in my life. Um, like he literally watching like eating watching porn. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. You know? Um so you can tell what type of person he is. And he's in love with himself. He's in love with with the dream of who he can become. However, in real life, he doesn't have the personality and the charm to match. Um and you're basically seeing this, what I call it is like a beautiful tragedy. Like Magazine Dreams is a beautiful tragedy. It's like you're watching a moving horror painting. You know what I'm saying? It is great. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. You know, like I love like that first hour to me was probably one of the funniest entertainment um pieces I've ever seen in my life. Like um uh he takes care of he takes care of his father. Basically his name is William Lattimore, and let's see. Wow, he's 83. He basically took care of his father. His father is on oxygen tank. Like I don't know what he has. I think he maybe he has like a heart problem or whatever, but he take care of his father, and he works in this grocery store, and no one likes him in the grocery store. He's like he's an oddball. He's like very odd out. One of my favorite um scenes in the movie is when she meets this woman right here, Haley Bennett. I mean Jessie. Her name is Jessie in the movie. And they go on this date. And she kind of liked him at first. You know what I'm saying? She kind of liked, who he was. And when she go on this date, she realized, like, it snaps to her when she realized how. And it's funny because I met people like this, like, I actually know a person like this, but I'm not gonna say his name. But um, like she realized how crazy this nigga is. Like when he just goes off this rant, he goes on this rant about um, you know, what it takes to be a bodybuilder, and she basically just leaves him. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like okay, this guy is insane. But it's basically like that. It's basically like you following this this tragedy train. Like, not tragedy, but like this like this person who like again it's mostly it's like a taxi driver, but it's like a different adventure. Like you're going into this guy who wants to be like a bodybuilder, who wants to be famous, who wants to be rich. And I think John DeMasia, um his role in this was like fantastic. Like it was entertaining. Like his role, like just him, and not a lot of people can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like not a lot of people can entertain you as like an actor from beginning to fucking end, bro. Like it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? They don't give these roles to just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like look at the person I'm kind of comparing him like his role to. It's like Robert De Niro. You know what I'm saying? Like Robert De Niro, Denzel Washington. Like it's. I'm not saying he's up there yet to these guys, but like him doing this, it make me like him even more. You know what I'm saying? As an actor, like he's like scaling now for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll put him maybe 15, 20. You know what I'm saying? Like he's in that range for me. You know what I'm saying? Like because of this movie. And I just think that the direction with even with the director was like amazing too. You know what I'm saying? I think I think I think most of all for this movie was like really good direction, you know? Like every single scene had me either cracking up or really like having me like intrigued of what he's saying or you know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of like that. It was kind of like John Malkovich, you know what I'm saying, in Opus. Like every scene where he's talking and like he's saying like insane shit, but it's like you just can't stop watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's extremely brilliant. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's good. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's like every scene is like well put together. I would have loved to even see this as a series, to be honest with you. Like I would have loved that as well. I think it would have been perfect for a series too. You know what I'm saying? Just to flesh out those ideas of his parents wanted to, his parents, like his father killed his mother. And like he's a crash out too. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga is a certified crash out. Like this guy just goes off like these crazy adventures. I think bro, I'm telling you, bro, this is fucking comedy. Like, like I'm a, do not fucking help you. Yeah, the guy in the freight, he's using the bathroom right now. He'd be right with you. All right. Yeah, yeah. No problem. All right, no problem. Um, yeah, the guy's a certified crash out. That's number one. And like this certain, I give you one, I because I don't want to ruin you know what I'm saying, like um because it was funny, but it was just like I just felt like they should have did a little bit more with that scene. Like I just thought it was just mad like awkward. Like it was just like an awkward thing. But one thing that happened is so he meets Vanderhorn, right? He meets Vanderhorn, right? So so he goes and like he's like he like Vanderhorn calls him, right? Vanderhorn calls this nigga. Patricio, someone just called me to go to the fourth floor. They need the elevator. Um okay. So so he calls so Vanderhorn calls him, right? And like it's like at first you're like, man, this guy is definitely gonna get like like something good is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the guy's not like, listen to me. His role is very complex. You know what I'm saying? The guy is not like a saint. Like he's like sometimes he's a piece of shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like the main character is a piece of shit. So whatever happened to him, he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? um he's not a good person. Like he cares about he doesn't like overweight people. He doesn't like he's not like a person who like he just take like the only good thing he does is for his grandfather. That's it. He doesn't care about like real people. You know what I'm saying? He looks down on it's like a certain thing where he looks down on people because you know like he thinks like he's like schizophrenic. Like he thinks he's better than people because of his physique. You know what I'm saying? Um extremely shallow. He's not a good person. He's like kind of like a what do you call it? Uh like a I don't know what that nigga is. He's like a glitch in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Mr. I guess he's like a Mr. Smith, like a rope, like a bot, NPC bot or whatever. Um, but he thinks he's like the main character. He thinks he's the main character, but he's a piece of shit too. He's not, so but in the movie, um, he gets a call from his favorite bodybuilder of all time. And and it's weird because in the movie, like no one knows this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing that he knows about him is like this letters that he wrote to Mike Vanderhorn throughout the movie. So that's all he knows. So and he sent him pictures, right? So he's like, when he sees him, he's like, wow, you look. It's like you look at pictures. And that was weird to me when he said that. I'm like, okay. And then it's like, well, they're bodybuilders. So of course, you know what I'm saying? Like he would look at his pictures and see his build, you know what I'm saying? Because they're bodybuilders. And it just gets weirder. So he tells him to come over. They're talking, and he shows his abs. He said they look better. He said they look better than what I seen in the in the pictures. And then he tells him to touch it, right? So this is like the funniest line in the whole movie, right? So after he touches abs, right? And he's like, they're nice, you know? And Jonathan Majors is playing such a he's playing a role because he has to act like he's not he has to act like he's not exciting because it's just his nature to act like that. But he really admires this dude. He got pictures of him on the wall. So Jonathan Major is playing some of the best acting I've ever seen, you know what I'm saying? Like in that specific situation. You know what I'm saying? Like he really got that, I feel like Jonathan Majors really got down this role, bro. Like he really, I don't know what he did, but I always thought he was a great actor. But him playing this role was like, okay, you it's like that was especially like your first. It's like your first time in like I haven't seen Jonathan Majors in years. You know, of course of the situation that happened with his ex girlfriend, or whatever. But I haven't seen him in years. So he's doing really good, and the other guy too, whatever his name is, Mike O'Horn or whatever. He's doing a good job too. He's keep looking at him up and down. He keeps he keeps he's showing him that he has some sort of dominance in the situation because he's the superstar. And he just flat out like it's the yo, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's like the way he said it was hilarious, bro. He said, "So you're my number one fan, huh?" And he looking at him, and then the next scene, he's in bed with him. Like the next scene, he's like getting up and he's, whatever. And then you see Vanderhorn, he gets up and talking to his wife or whatever. Um, I feel like after he said that, it was that scene was just awkward. It wasn't really. I feel like that was the if I should like remove any other scene, it would be that one because that one was just like unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather him show like not him doing it. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like show something else. Like I felt like that was just like maybe Jonathan Majors wasn't too comfortable like really getting down and doing a scene like that, which I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like being a heterosexual man, I understand. Like there's some people that's not really comfortable of like doing more than what that's because they didn't do anything. They just was in bed together. That's it. And he left out. They wasn't even next to each other. Like he was sitting on the edge of the bed, and the other dude got up and called his wife or whatever. But that's his one like that scene when he says like the way he said that shit was like so fucking perfect, bro. It was hilarious. Um, uh, there's other scenes I'm not going to mention. There's other scenes in there that's not I'm not going to mention because I want people to watch it. But I think it was a very like if people don't like this movie, they can say they don't like this movie. They can say this movie is whatever, but you can't say that you wasn't entertained, bro. There's no way. Like there's no way you can say that you wasn't entertained by um even just to say John DeMage's performance because I think his performance was like top tier. Um, he definitely sold me on the character, you know. Um, but yeah, this movie does not have a happy ending. Um, I mean, kind of. It kind of has a happy ending, but nothing really happens. Like he just, you know, continue to try to get into that space. And I really, I fuck with the movie. You know, I think that and Becoming a Guinea Fowl is like on the same tier. You know what I'm saying? I definitely get like a. Well, I probably give Magazine Dreams like a 9 out of 10, 8.5 to 9 out of 10, and I'll give Becoming a Guinea Fowl a 10 out of 10. I think that was like a really, really good movie. That movie too was like very, um, very like a sad, slow but very like um like not I mean I didn't say genius, but very like prominent movie to watch. Yeah, man, that's the only movies I watch. What movie I recommend more? Yeah, prominent. What movie I recommend more to see? I mean, shit, I'll recommend On Becoming a Guinea Fowl because that movie is, that movie is a bit less. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see that movie in theaters in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, anymore in a certain time. So I think that's more of a, like a limited movie. Whereas Magazine Dreams, you probably gonna see it on the thing. Well, I mean, you probably can see On Becoming a Guinea Fowl on maybe like a streaming service or some like able to buy the movie somewhere. But I recommend seeing On Becoming a Guinea Fowl more because again, like that movie is like a less budgeted movie. So, you know, it, that movie might be limited. So if you have the chance to see that movie in the theaters, like 100% I definitely go see it. It's an amazing art piece of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like extremely, Um and yeah. Um boy, man, bro, he killed that fucking I can't believe he killed that movie like that, bro. Like I can't believe it. He was great in this movie too. The Last Black Man in San Francisco, he was amazing in that movie. Yeah, he's a hell of an actor, man. He's a hell of an actor, bro. Uh, I just don't like if anybody say I like that movie. You know what? Let's go. I'm gonna watch some reviews on this movie. Let's go watch some reviews. Let's go burn some bugs with this movie. We gonna burn some bugs with these Magazine Dreams. Yeah. We gonna burn some bugs with these. Oh, I'm gonna subscribe to this guy that I just subscribed. I just found the blue. Yep, the Blue Fountain. I think he went to go see the movie too. Uh oh, I don't think he saw it yet. Yeah, I don't think he saw it. Yeah, I don't think he go see it.
Jonathan Majors' long-awaited, shelved movie, Magazine Dreams, is finally dropping into theaters on March 21st. And wow, just wow. I've been a fan of Jonathan Majors as an actor for years. And yes, there was a lot of stuff that happened in 2023, and I won't get into the legal issues, the details of it. I do want to give a background about this film and basically why it got delayed and where it's at today. But briefly, I'm just glad that Jonathan Majors is back in the acting game. Magazine Dreams was actually filmed back in 2022, originally set for release under the distributor of Searchlight Pictures. However, after the negative attention surrounding Majors, its planned December 2023 release was scrapped, and the film was shelved until now. Briarcliff, the same studio that picked up the controversial The Apprentice, which, mind you, is an Academy nominee film. Just saying. That's the only reason why we're seeing this movie today, so shout out.
That's another movie that people should definitely go see, The Apprentice. Oh my God. Sebastian Stan did an amazing job with that film, bro. He killed and also shout out to Jeremy Strong too. He decapitated that film as well. Like two brilliant actors.
Briarcliff for having balls to have this movie be released to us. With all that said and done, Majors is one of the best actors working today on a performance level. He's not just somebody that goes in and gives 99.9% effort. He goes 110% into either studying the people that he's going to portray and also obviously the physicality, and you can see that just from the first photo that was released. It was this image. You immediately knew Ish was going to get messed up for the MCU on a brutal level when we got that image. We were all thinking about Kang. Sad to say that future's never gonna happen. Here he plays a man tortured by his own mind, his self-image, his insecurities, his demons. It had to be a daunting performance in general to tackle someone that has so much hope but also despair at the same time, whether you're somebody who puts up a camera and says a lot of words and you might get it wrong, so you do 20 different cuts and hopefully you get the right cut. I've been there and I know what that part of it feels like, but there's a whole other side to the story and performance that I can probably never relate to, and I think that's the beauty of the story and the beauty of the direction. But within Major's performance, you feel those inner demons that he is attaching himself with, and you are just there rooting on the other side of the camera saying, please, no, stop this.
I mean, I disagree with that, but I think that guy, he wasn't a good guy.
Be better. And looking back at a performance that is so violent and so kind of fragile at the same time, it must be hard for him to look at this film and say, yeah, then the following year I had all this stuff happen to me. From the opening scene, we see the level of dedication he brought to this role, but what makes his performance truly great isn't just the rage or that physicality, it's the vulnerability.
Yeah.
He takes this massive, intimidating figure and somehow manages to get a performance that makes us feel how small and weak and insecure he is at times. Sure, there are moments in the movie where he unleashes his frustration with bashing his head in the car, trying to beat up people, but it's in the quiet moments where he doesn't have to say a single word for you to actually feel exactly what he's feeling in that moment. And that to me is a powerful actor. Fun fact, director Elijah found inspiration for this story at the gym. While he was trying to get his pump on, there was a man that he noticed that no one else would approach. He even sensed a loneliness already immediately within his eyes, and nobody would go near him. So there was also this tension. He was kind of scary from the looks of it, how he describes his experience of going into the gym during that time. Elijah's direction for this film makes it give a sense of an indie horror vibe. The way he frames shots, the interplay between light and darkness, and the way the camera lingers on Killian's body. All of it culminates in an unsettling tone, and it's the build-up all throughout, from how the movie literally starts with Killian's body being on full display for him and in all of his glory. We see Killian for his work on a physical level, but mentally, there is no armor around him. He's a man who has built himself up physically, but has no foundation to hold himself together when things fall apart. And when things fall apart, that is when hell breaks loose for this man. Director Elijah put it like this: Killian is a fragile boy lost in the body of a man capable of unspeakable destruction. If I had to describe the pacing for this movie, it would be intensely slow. Now you may take that as a negative, being like, wow, so I'm just like, oh my God, when is this movie gonna end? It feels like it's...
Nope. I'm telling you, it's the same pace as Taxi Driver, where like it's like this slow burn of you see this man just he like you see him going insane. You see him literally going into an extremely dark and invulnerable place. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
On forever. And it is 2 hours, so be prepared for that. I genuinely enjoyed my time. When I say enjoy my time, this is a hard movie to watch. I don't want to make it seem like it's an easy watch, guys. Haha, get ready to watch a movie all about a dude suffering. It's a movie where if you do want to be invested in a character's world, get something out of that experience that makes you kind of want to leave the world a better place. At least that's the feeling that I get, is I want to learn something, I want to grow from something, and I may even take away something that I never thought about. I may never even relate with. And I believe
Me personally, I didn't take away from this movie. I didn't take away much from this movie because I'm not really parasocial like that. I think the way he's seeing it, I definitely agree some sort of things, but I think the way I see it, like he's kind of like an incel. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, he's called the black incel in the movie, so he's kind of like that. And uh, those, you know, um, you hear some of his ideologies in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear, some of his conceitedness. You hear certain conceited things that he say, certain things um that he doesn't he despise. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear some of that in the movie. So when how I took from the movie is, you know, even though he's a very complex person, I say that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Dreams kind of does that, at least for me, and I hope it does the same thing for you, and that's why I use the word intensely slow. Magazine Dreams is a haunting, gut-wrenching portrait of a man who's just trying to seek acceptance in a world that wants to ignore him. It's a story about loneliness,
I think he wants
desperation, and the
more than
fragile
acceptance,
line
but
between
I get
ambition
what
and
he's saying.
self-destruction. But more importantly, it's a movie about humanity, both the horror and the beauty of it. 8 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. But most
I 85% agree. It was like that. It was definitely like that. It was definitely like that.
do not
Subscribe. Well, I don't think I gotta tell anybody to subscribe. He definitely got more than me. Um, so yeah. Shit. Uh, yeah. Again, if I recommend both. Oh, let me see if I can find a review of that one too. That'd be awesome. That'd be good. On becoming a guinea fowl. Yeah.
Let's talk about On Becoming a Guinea Fowl.
Let's
This
do
is a
so.
movie. This is a movie that I've talked about in the past that a lot of times I try to know as little as I can going to a film as possible. And when
Right,
your
I know
movie is
less.
called On Becoming a Guinea Fowl and your main image is this one of this woman with this like bedazzled bicycle helmet of sorts and upside down sunglasses, like it's just sort of intriguing. It's like
It's
what is going
extremely
on here?
intriguing.
And it's not nearly as out there as maybe I was expecting given that pair of things, but what I got was an incredibly thoughtful and really realized portrait of this middle-class Zambian culture. This is a film about a woman who stumbles upon the body of her uncle one night, and then the
Okay.
subsequent funeral processings and moments of grief that occur between her and her family. And for about half of this movie, it was kind of giving me like Zambian Shiva Baby vibes, in that it's sort of about the nuances of this like highly specific cultural experience when disparate family members gather to grieve, and you know what happens when you're sort of locked into a place with all these different people, many of whom you have like
And another thing is this, like, I love like certain shots in the film, certain scenes where like they bringing you into the culture. You know what I'm saying? They bring you and they bring you into even like the like even economic wise. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like uh certain things shuts off at a certain time, like lights shuts off at a certain time, or like uh uh when they was trying to go find their cousin, I think it was their cousin, their 18-year-old cousin. She's living into this like it's like a what do you call it? It's like this. Like she's in a room with a bunch of bunk beds and is like like and it's not even a door for the rooms. Like like you could just go inside the room anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going into this. I wouldn't say middle class. I mean, if that's middle class, then you know maybe I don't know. You know, I guess so. But well, they are middle class. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that they are middle class. But like um they just bring you into the world. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Like they bring you into like this world. And then like um when they're in the house, they're crawling. Like they crawl to each other. I don't know what that's about, man. I gotta do a little more research, but it's like it was just
bad
fascinating to
histories
watch.
with and maybe don't get along with, but you're all there for this one reason. And then it sort of becomes less of that kind of like awkward comedy of manners thing and a lot darker and a lot more about like deep lying trauma and hidden pain that sort of gets brushed over in family settings. And that's when the movie sort of went to another level for me, because I thought this was an incredibly powerful piece of cinema about the things that we do and don't talk about, especially between loved ones. It just sort of has this build where you are realizing the depth of negligence in
Hmm.
some ways to address the rot from within this family. And I thought it was a pretty like beautifully done film that feels very like true to life, feels like it's ripping
It's
directly
more than
from
true.
real.
Like it's normal. You know what I'm saying? That's like a normal. They look at it as like a normal thing. You know, and again, like one of the saddest parts was when, you know, Sheila didn't, you know, she don't have the heart to tell her father that he molested her too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a sad moment.
Probably in some ways, you know, the characters are so personable and feel like real people. They
Mhm,
don't just feel like objects to put the plot in motion.
mhm.
I thought this was a pretty stunning film that is going to be released by A24, so hopefully one
Oh,
that people
really?
will get a chance to see.
Nice. Does it have a date?
In the US it's December 13th right now, so
Ooh,
a couple months
probably
away.
limited
Not
too.
Probably limited. I would guess it's limited. You know, this is a film that unfortunately did not get like a huge turnout at the New York Film Festival, and it's a
I
huge
saw,
shame
yeah,
because I thought this one was really strong.
yeah. I'm gonna try to catch it at Chicago. There is no press
Nice.
screening, so that is another thing. They
Oh,
gotta help themselves out with the word of mouth. That was another thing for TIFF as well when we had reached out for Chicago. I'm hoping that they have more stuff available, but it looks intriguing, and I'm curious to see what this bedazzled helmet.
It's a really good film. Really good film. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So that's it. That's it for films for me. This was probably one of the best weeks as far as like watching films. Hopefully next week is even better. Uh, I'm going to see Alto. I gotta see Alto Night or something like that with Robert De Niro. I hate movie. I'm tired of seeing movies. I'm tired of seeing movies where the guy is playing two different people. It's like, bro, like, why we keep doing this, bro? But I'm gonna go see that. There's another movie that's out too. Let me see. There's another movie that's out that I want to go see as well. Um, I might go see Ash. Oh, The Assessment. Definitely want to go see that movie. And Locked. So Assessment, Locked, Alto Night. Shit, I might just fuck around and watch The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie. I might watch that as well. Um, yeah, that's it. I see y'all next week. Well, I'm going to be doing a writing session tomorrow, so I'm gonna be doing that all day. So I'll let y'all later, man.